Alrighty, all. Now here is the question: Is the DNA20D a Provari killer? Okay, I have a RBA. It's a Reamizer 2 set at 1.18, and on the Provari, it's registering it at 1.2. Now, the Provari has a amps limitation of 3.5 amps. So I plugged everything into the ohms calculator, and I came up with the maximum voltage for the Provari. The Provari would run a 1.15 would be 4.025. Now I'm screwing it in right now for you all to see. Okay. Let's see if it'll show. Let's check the amps. Up, can't see it. Okay. As you can see, well, you can't see it, but I can see it. It says 1.2. On the voltage, power up, got it set at 4.0. Before I showed that the tachometer was accurate. So let's see under load at 4.0 with a 1.18 atomizer. Okay, which, by the way, originally it showed 1.15, but I actually did it a second time. It was 1.18. So 1.18 ohms with 3.5 amps. Because remember, the Provari's limitation is the amps. Shows 4.13. So actually, I'm going to take it up one more so that it's very close to its max. One thing I hate about these, what do you call it, menus, is if you miss it, you gotta either wait for it to go off or cycle around again. So anyway, here we have a 4.1. Okay, at 4.1, what is it going to fire at? As always, we see the precision of the Provari. You know, at 4.1, it fires at 4.07. Up. This atomizer's burning up. Luckily, though, I'm going to say luckily, I have some sort of ceramic in there. So when you start burning up, nothing really bad happens. I think. So anyway, going back to it, 4.07. So let's see what we can do. Let's take it up to its limit. 4.3. I think it's not gonna do it, but we're gonna try. Nope. The E whatever went on. So let's try 4.2. Screw it back in. Unscrew it. Okay. I got lazy, so 3, 4, 4.2. Okay, which will be the absolute amp limit. A little bit above it. Let's see if it'll do it.
Looking good.
You have to come home.
I really wanted to come home.
You know, I don't know. I just
That's not cool. My Netflix movie started on by itself. I think we got gremlins here. Boy, I'm really giving you great credibility. Okay. Anyway, interestingly enough, okay, theoretically, at what it's at, it should do 4.16, and under load, it's doing 4.16. So the Provari is doing what it's designed to do, okay, which is go up to 3.5 amps. Now, here's the question, okay, is 1.18 atomizer, or RBA, at 4.2 volts strong enough for you, or 3.5 amps? I should put the watts. Okay, the watts is 14.45. Okay, so the question is that strong enough for you? If it's strong enough for you, then hey, you never need to go any further than a Provari. Now, and also another thing, which I guess I should demonstrate, is I've got another atomizer. And okay, and this particular atomizer, right, is 0.63. Okay, well, I take a 0.63 and I put it on the Provari, and it doesn't even allow me to adjust it. It just gives me an E1. Okay, Provari will not run an atomizer under 1. So in that, the DNA20D, absolutely, creams the Provari. Okay, but anyway, in the realm that the Provari will vape at, okay, which the 1.15 it could, and at 15 watts or 3.5 amps, for many, that would have been, that would have been good enough. For me, it was just too cool. Okay, it was a cool vape. So let's turn around and let's put this same 1.2 on my DNA20D stabilized natural wood Bogger Box. Okay, and to keep my hands, let's wet the wick a little bit, because we do not want this to burn up on us. By the way, this is bottom fed, so if I didn't have the tester here, okay, we would have an issue. All right, but anyway, this 1.2, I have it set to right now 14 watts. I'm gonna set it all the way up to 20 watts. Okay, and let's see what it will do. Okay, I'm seeing a solid 4.8. And by the way, if you look, this is rock solid. And that 4.8, by the way, is a full 0.6 above what the Provari will do. Another thing, too, is that this will do that 4.8 for hours on end, all day. The Provari, if the battery goes down a little bit, I found that the Provari will not be able to maintain the voltage. Okay? But maybe I'll demonstrate that a little bit later on. Anyway, if I use my Ohm's Law calculator, and I put back the 1.18, and I put a voltage of 4.8. Okay, we are showing that it's doing 4 amps and it's doing 19.5 watts, which is, pretty darn close to 20 watts. Okay, half a watt difference could be my equipment. Okay, so anyway, the long and the short of it is, okay, if you're happy on a 1.15 or 1.2 at 15 watts, then the Provari is fine for you. But if you would like that extra 5 watts or that extra half a volt, is it half a volt? Yeah, full half volt or 0.6 volt difference, then the DNA20D is a Provari killer. But it's all a matter of what is your preference. Thank you for watching the video.